Welcome back to this Rift Let's Play. You're with Sambo, Seraphis and Tallahassee, who is off there in the distance. You may remember if you watched the end of last episode. Oh, look at that, invaders defeated. We were here at this new quest hub in the marsh area, and what has happened is we've been invaded, and this is a perfect example of what happens in Rift. There we go, forces are defeated. While that invasion was going on, we cannot actually hand in any quests. You can see a couple of our quest givers there have actually disappeared. So in order to be able to progress through the quests, you need to be looking after these invasions. The world is so dynamic here in Talara. If you're not careful and you let it go, then you can see the ground growing back there, and our quest givers coming back, everything returning to normal. But that's a classic example of what happens when there is an invasion. You left the raid group, there we go. We got put into a raid and we had to actually help defend this little hub from the invaders. And you can see Tallahassee there has got himself some planerite and some ephemeral discordant energy. I didn't participate in that fight, so I don't get anything. But like I say, a great example of the dynamic world of Talara. There's always something going on. And by the way, after all that, welcome to you. How are you this evening, mate?
Yeah, right. That was fun.
If you got, I think last episode you were drinking some spiced wine, or some spiced mulled wine that I believe you made. Have you got any more of that this evening?
Damn Skippy, I do.
Damn Skippy, he says. I'm being boring. I've just got my cup of tea as usual. Anyway, there you go. That was very interesting. A bit of an exciting start to this week's episode. Now, we were questing, if I remember rightly, into the marsh. And now, this is interesting. I seem to remember this guy had a quest, and he hasn't got... Yeah, he hasn't got one for me now, though. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe he's just a dick.
He might be a dick. I guess maybe it's on some kind of timer or something. I honestly don't know.
It could be that someone else is doing it at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe only one instance of it can happen at the one time. Anyway, if we look at our map here, folks, you'll notice that we're down in the southeast of the Silverwood zone. If I zoom right in here, you'll see that we're in this marshy coastal area, and that we have a whole bunch of quests here. So obviously it's our new questing hub for the next few series of quests. And we've got a whole bunch of tasks that we have to pick up here. We have to collect tools and implements. We have to kill all sorts of different mobs. We've got an idol here that we have to pick up. You can see it was glowing now. Interestingly, is that going to count for you? Did that count for you then? Crude idol 1 of 3?
No.
It didn't. Alright, so we're going to have to pick up our own numbers of these idols. Some quests, of course, are shared. What we're generally finding in Rift is that the ones where you have to pick items up, you generally have to pick them up for yourself. Now, remembering too that I can skin, so this crocodile thing here, we can skin that and get ourselves a nice soft hide. We want that. Also, I got a new buff, a +5 intellect buff. We want to give that to Tallahassee, and we want to give that to ourselves, especially given that we're a mage. We might as well give it to Sandal as well. There we go. Now, speaking of Sandal, control 1, off you go. And look at him swimming. He actually swims in the water. That's pretty cool. And he's picked himself up another mob. Good on you, Sandal. Now we want to make sure ourselves that we're wearing our mage armor there, of course. Being as squishy as a squishy thing, we always want to have that armor buff up on ourselves. Just to be able to survive an extra few hits, of course, if it ever happens. And not forgetting our skinning. And of course, Tallahassee, you'll be concentrating on things like, I think you gather plants, don't you, as your main one? Plants and mining.
That's right.
Now I'm going to try my knockback skill here. There you go, you can see it knock that mob right back, and also does a channeled electrocute at the same time. Very handy for a squishy mage such as myself. Now we're collecting Fey-touched splinters off mobs, and we've got a couple of them. So pretty much it's a great area because everything's so tightly compacted. We're basically able to collect and kill anything that's in our visual range of sight, and we'll be adding to the quest count at some point in time. So I do like the way that they've grouped all these quests together. And you can see there that we've killed 5 out of 10 boglings, and I can hover over the mob to see that in the tooltip as well. And more Fey touched splinters there. And what do we got there? Another bogling. Let's send Sandal in. Enchantment! Away you go, mate. And look at the lovely lighting around the tree and the bridge there. Such a great looking game. There goes Tallahassee. Now, have you got some new weapons recently? I see you've got some big mace, spiked mace thing. Have you always had that?
I got it at the... not the last episode, the episode before.
Ah. I see you've still... Is that a sword in one hand or a dagger?
Sword.
Right. Picking up another idol here. We are crude idol 2 of 3. And we've got some implements down there as well that we need to pick up. And I see there's a nice mining node for you out on that little island there. As well as something glowing for me. Oh! So I'm going to put down my ground of power ability now. And that allows me to consume that and use a shield. Plus put it down again. Which gives me a number of different things. It gives me 10% more fire damage and 10% more inbound damage. And there we go, leveling up now. We're both level 13. And that was very handy timing because, of course, thank you very much. It refreshed all my health, so we like that. 7 out of 8 splinters. And there's some mining. While Tallahassee's doing his mining, we'll pop into my skill tree here. And what have we got? Let's see if I can add some more to my talent points. What do we got here? Roots the enemy in place for 8 seconds. That could be quite handy. Or improved grounding, increases mana regen rate by 33% while you're standing in one of your ground effects. Also very handy. And reduces the amount of pushback. You know what? We might try this rooting spell. There we go. Countdown places a... Okay, so we've got 2 things here. We've got Burning Bonds, which is the rooting of an enemy in place, so that's a great crowd control thing. And it also opened up another skill here called Countdown. Plus 9 charge, places a fiery presence on the enemy, causing 83 damage after 8 seconds. That's interesting. So it takes 8 seconds to proc. Anyway, let's save and exit that. Our Burning Bonds is the root, so we'll place that at the end of our bar. And Countdown. Very interesting. So a timed buff, once again, places a fiery presence on the enemy, causing 83 damage after 8 seconds. Very interesting.
Bit like a living bomb or something.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think that is a living bomb. We'll root that guy in place. Actually, if you can not attack this guy for a second, I'm going to try the root once it comes off cooldown, and we'll see if it actually works. And by the way, I've got all my Fade Touch splinters here. What do we got? We got, oh, it's a 30-second cooldown. We've got about 15 seconds left. Sorry about this. I kind of used it and forgot it had a long cooldown, but we'll test it out. And like Tallahassee says, this countdown does sound like a fire bomb of some sort. Okay, here we go. Here's the root. And yes, he's got a ground effect on him there. He can't come towards us. And let's put this root, this countdown effect on him. There it goes.
Save it.
Whoops. Yeah. So obviously, yeah, it's going to be good for... Ooh, look at that. A crafting ingredient. That's interesting. It's going to be good for the big fights. Obviously, these ones are all over very quickly. So it's not going to be so handy. But the root is definitely handy. But for, yeah, a long fight, that living spell bomb type thing is going to be great. Because obviously it'll proc after 8 seconds and hopefully do a whole bunch of damage. I'm just waiting for it to tick. I don't know if it managed to get to its point of expiry then or not. Places a fiery presence on the enemy, causing 83 fire damage after 8 seconds. Yeah, interesting. So it's probably worth dotting them up with it anyway, just in case the fight goes a bit longer. So we'll pop that up on the top. You can see the ground effect on that target there. Now, another good interesting thing about the root, and it's pretty much the same in every game, it's worth noting that it roots the enemy in place for 8 seconds, but damage caused will break that effect. So it's probably best for when you want to lock down an enemy that's off to the side or something like that. Probably going to be a lot better rather than doing it in combat. Alright, collect Nora Glenn's dissection tools. So somewhere in this zone are tools to collect, apparently. Oh, there's some over there.
At the top of the ramp.
Yeah, there we go.
In front of the house.
Right. So again, we'll put that dot up. Oops, and I damaged it, so he's coming my way. That was a bit stupid. So we'll use some of our close ranged abilities. So let's root the back one there. There we go, and then concentrate firepower on the front one, and it just guarantees that he's not going to come running at us. And as always, absolutely love the combat and spell effects in this game. It's super awesome. Alright, collect tools 2 of 4. How are you going with your collection? Oh, what's that over there?
I think this is the last.
Oh, okay. I see a Defiant Foothold over there with the Ward Stone as well. Are they going to be too high for us to attack? Will they all aggro on us?
They will all aggro on us.
Do we feel like we're up for a challenge? We could root one in place, set Sandal on another, and then we only have to deal with 2.
We can give it a shot.
Why not? Now, maybe this is a chance, and by the way, Tallahassee and I have not done this, so we might as well try. How about we test the marking in the game? I assume that you're going to have to be the one doing the marking because you're the party leader. But by marking, of course, folks, it means that Tallahassee can assign which one he wants rooted in place, which one he wants Sandal to deal with, and then which 2 we're going to deal with ourselves. So I presume that 1 will be the root.
No. Let's do it as 4 will be the root.
4 is the root. Hey, Sandal,
Yep, 3
come back.
is Sandal.
Alright, I don't know why Sandal did that. He ran off, honestly, all on his own then. Anyway, 4 is rooted in place, and we're going for 1 and 2, I presume, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to get myself Ground of Power. Going to give myself a shield. Going to put a dot on this guy. We've got Sandal looking after the other one. And I've got my shield up, so it should be okay.
They're dying quick.
Yeah, it's not so bad. And look at that, we did it. Now we just have to attack the Ward Stone. Now, to be honest, mate, I really don't know what caused Sandal to run off in the first place, because I absolutely didn't order him to, so I'm not sure if there's some weird bug or something. Look at that, we defeated a Foothold. And we got ourselves some loot up there. We got some planerite for taking the time out of our day to do that. So well worth it. Lots of fun. Now it's interesting, Tallahassee, I noticed that the marks were numbers and not symbols. Did you have an option there, or are they just numbers?
Just numbers.
Alright, that's interesting. I think, personally, I prefer symbols. I like having a visual sign of, which is the DPS target and all the rest of it. I think numbers could end up getting a little bit confusing, but that's just me.
Not too far.
It just, to my mind, it opens up, some confusion, especially when you're running with pugs in groups where someone's used to 1 being the main target and 2 being something else, and then you get in a pug and it's all mixed up. At least with symbols, it's kind of a bit of a universal symbol. But oh well. We'll see how we go once we get there. And of course, now that we're both level 13, Only got 2 levels to go until we can go and actually check out the new dungeon finder. Don't forget, of course, if you watched our last episode, we were looking at all the new patch 1.2 features, one of which was the dungeon finder, which is here in the I key, looking for group. So we'll definitely be using that. And of course, we checked out the new wardrobe functionality, which was 2 of the major things that got added into the version 1.2 patch. I must say that Vista seems to be behaving itself very well today. We're not getting any lag, although I don't want to speak too soon. And obviously Tallahassee, need if you need. Now, I'm still looking for dissection tools. I still need 2 of 4. And I presume they don't drop off the mobs.
No, they don't. They're all plates.
Alright, so we're looking for sparklies on the ground.
Yep, there's one up here.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I'd already started casting. Still, XP is XP. Not going to complain about that.
There's one up there.
Okay, thank you. I see it. Let's set Sandal off to help Tallahassee there, but he needs it. And we'll use our knockback ability. No, it's still on cooldown. Ooh, can you use plate yet?
Yeah, but I don't need it. My legs are better.
Wow.
Alright, there's more dissection tools over here.
Thank you, thank you. Just need 1 more. And I also need Glenn's research journal, whatever that is.
Oh, we can get that on the way back.
Alright. Alright, the last of our tools. Jolly good. And now that's interesting. The journal doesn't show up on my... Oh, there it is. Collect the research journal. Where are we? Oh, okay. Collect a spiritual... What? Spiritual implement. Oh, so there's more stuff we need over here.
Back. Yep. So there's a sword over here that you need to get.
Oh, okay. I think I have to wait for it to respawn. There we go.
Yep, shouldn't take too long.
And it's another great thing about this game too. So many other games take blimmin' ages to respawn, which is annoying when you're in a party. Even if it's only 2 minutes long, 2 minutes when you're waiting for something to respawn is like an eternity, as I'm sure all of you know if you play MMO. So at least they've not done that in this game, thank goodness.
Okay, up the hill.
Just refreshing our intellect buffs. And good old lag, just as I'd said we were having no problems. Of course I cursed my computer. Ah, there we go, now we're back. Some of the mobs in this game look just crazy. I really like the way that they've got their own unique look and feel, so different to so many other games.
So they really did some good work on
Didn't they?
the game in terms of design.
Yep, it's absolutely fantastic. Now we're having to collect the Heart of Worship here. Oh, there we go. There it is. So it's that jewel stuck in the side of that idol. There we go. Heart of Worship 1 of 1.
Okay, do you still need anything?
Yep, I just need the journal, which is over this way. And I see that there's a number of footholds around as well.
Yeah,
One out-
all along the coast.
Yeah. There's one out on the island there. Gosh, it's just, I know I say this in every episode, but it's so much fun actually just wandering around in the world because it's so well constructed. Really feels like a big, living, breathing, open world. Love it. Yeah, sorry about that. Got myself in trouble.
Oh, you're right. Right, I probably should have been paying attention.
When it's me, it's probably a good idea because you know that I'll get us into all sorts of trouble. Alright,
You're
so...
a tourist.
Yeah, I'm the tourist. I'm the one that's tagging behind.
Is it over this way, or?
My journal, yeah, no, it's actually over. I'll mark it on the map. It's sort of in that direction. There we go. And of course, that's another thing. Don't forget, folks, watching at home, that you can put a mark on the mini-map, just like some other games. Very handy when you're in a party and someone has a quest, the other doesn't, just like this situation. Shows Tallahassee where we're heading. And of course, it does show up with an arrow on the main map as well. Using that knockback ability, which really does buy us some time when we're super squishy.
Alright, there's no enemies around here as well.
Oh, good. And use our racial...
I'd like you guys out tonight.
Whoops. Alright, so we need this journal. And fellow waves, hello. So many nice players. Oh, I lost him. We'll just do a wave. So you've been playing a lot more than I have, Tallahassee, and we've mentioned this in the past. Have you yet come across any dicks in the game? I mean, you know, so used to the idiots that seem to play WoW these days. Not that I'm bagging out the game, but the general population is full of interesting folk, shall we say. And there you go, you can see somebody's just logged on in general. Good morning, fellows, and people are saying good morning back. People seem to be so friendly and polite in this game. Have you yet come across an idiot?
No, which is worrying.
It is, isn't it? It's like, it's an MMO. It's supposed to be full of horrible people, immature people, and trolls. I'm yet to see any. Oh,
it's meant to be full of people telling Chuck Norris jokes and stuff.
Yeah, thank goodness we're not in the Barrens. Good Lord. Now, by the way, I did notice that Escort quest is up. We should probably go do that, I suppose.
Yeah, alright.
Bye.
Alright, he says.
It's my lucky day.
Nobody
We
likes
must banter
escort
again
quests,
sometime.
Feel free
but
to
it is
browse.
XP.
A pleasure. I know.
Right, let's sell off our junk. And Greaves of... Oh, what do we got here? A bogling knapsack. So we got another bag.
later.
It's interesting. I just need to rune break a piece of gear. There we go. Got ourselves some powder. And we've got another bag, so that'll be handy for our bank, actually. We'll pop that in one of our bank slots later on. Alright, let's do this escort. while he's up. And seeing we've got 5 minutes left in the episode. Yeah, it's probably good timing. Get it out of the way. Now, if I select it, is it... Oh, hang on, I missed a quest back here. I think. Did I? Yeah, I did. If one of us starts the quest, will we share it? That's the main thing I want to know.
I think so, because we're in a group.
Okay.
Ah, good to see you.
Anti-intelligence report. That's interesting. And use Fey touch splinters to summon Maffel at the abandoned house and put him down before he can organise the boglings further. Also, we have to summon some big mob. That's interesting. Now, I noticed too that there's obviously another benefit for killing off those ward stones. I have a buff. I'm not sure about you. And it says deal 10% extra damage and receive 5% less damage from the ward stone blessing. And here we go. Tallahassee would like to share the quest, which starts in 25 seconds. Yes. So that's nice to know you were right. It does share it across a party.
God damn, Scotty, he needs to get his shit together.
Hey, Scotty. Wasn't it Scotty that we were protecting back in the Argent Glade, putting wards on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same one. Interesting. Just do a quick bit of skinning
That's
there.
what I mean. He needs to get his shit together.
He does. He's all over the place, getting himself in trouble. Now, where to start? I don't know. Can't wait to finish this. Oh, I think I see them, he says. Yeah, well, you know, any day. And as has been mentioned a number of times, though, at least in this game, the dwarves look fantastic. And, of course, by fantastic, I mean ugly as sin. But that's what a good dwarf should look like. Should be one of the ugliest things ever.
And off he goes.
Where nobody knows.
Probably to be a pain.
Oops, yes, he's being a pain, summoning monsters our way. Dispatched. And a bit of skinning, or butchering, of course, as it's called in Rift. Actually, let's have a look at our abilities. How do we tell what my butchering is up to in terms of leveling? Click on it, there we go. 45 of 75. So we're just over halfway through leveling up that skill. And of course you can see your skill gains in the quest log. There you go. You now have a skill of 46 in butchering. We'll use our racial... Oh!
Always a pleasure. Strike whenever you feel like it.
There we go. Now what do we have to do? Test the simplicity wand, 0 of 6. I think we've got enough time to quickly knock that one out before we run out of time for the episode.
Aye.
And now, you presumably have been playing on your other characters as well. Has your what's the highest level that you've got at the moment, or have you been leveling up some of your other lower level classes, or what's the go?
Honestly, I really haven't had that much time to play.
Oh, good lord! Oh, oh! Now they are better than mine. They are great. No need on those. So not enough time for Rift. That's terrible. That's a crime.
It happens.
It happens, he says.
Don't
Mind you,
attack him.
I do know that you were recently on holidays from work, I believe, and I suppose you've had to go back, have you?
Yep.
Ah, bet that's fun. Alright, so what is this wand So we've got a wand item we can use there, and of course if you've got a quest item, you can see that you can use it in the quest tracker there.
Yep.
So I'll test it on one of these
Target
guys.
bogling.
Okay, there we go, testing. Oh, I see. So it makes them teeny.
Yep. We can head this way a little bit.
Alright.
Do you want to target the one that's attacking me?
Oh, whoops, yep. Oh, no, I can't because the quest is done. Ha! So I've lost my wand. Right, so now we've got to summon... Save the spirit guide. Or something. No, I don't know what it is. Use the fused Fey Touch splinters. Summon Maffle in the abandoned house in the Sunken Marsh. Right, so it sounds like we've got to summon some kind of mini-boss or something?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh!
Okay. If you stand up against a wall,
Alright, like
that
this?
way you don't get knocked back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tip for the young player. Oh! So using my ground of power there to make sure my damage is increased. And there we go. Now, one more thing to do before we wrap up. Looks like we've got to save a spirit guide out here. So it's time to go swimming. Yay!
I just have massive lag spike then.
Yeah, I got one as well. Oh, the joys of being in Australia, eh? Alright, so we'll put that timed spell bomb on there. Again, that puts a fiery presence on the enemy, sits idle, or dormant rather, for 8 seconds, and then goes boom. Oh, the spirit guide is a deer. So it looks like we've got to disrupt the bindings. Oh, another lag spike. And there she goes. Spirit guide, we can talk to her. Save the spirit guide done. And looks like now we've got a bunch of hand-ins. Yeah. Alright,
Yep.
Good us. Good on us.
Just watch out for the vile fish.
Oh. Oh, there they go. Yeah, definitely getting a few lag spikes now. Not the usual problems I have. They're definitely lag related. I can almost feel that one. I love the sound effects in here as well. Really does sound like a marsh.
Apparently since 4.2 dropped, the World of Warcraft have been having lots of lag spikes as well.
Oh, really? Yeah, because patch 4.2. Whoa! There goes Tallahassee with his nuclear explosion. Congratulations, my friend. 14. Wow. Gosh, we've basically leveled an entire level in an episode, pretty much. It's pretty good going.
Yeah. It wasn't far off.
Stick down our ground of power there. Put the living spell bomb, as we've decided to call it, on the mob. Let that tick away. One thing I am missing that I would have thought they would have put into the game, given that they're sort of stealing all the best ideas from other game, and again got absolutely no problem with that, is a DPS meter. Now, have you managed to find one yet? I think we sort of read somewhere that there was kind of a DPS meter somewhere, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
Because that would be really handy, to be honest. Anyway, level 14.
Viewers, if you're out there and you know of one, let us know.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Because of course there are no add-ons for this game as of yet. Not that it actually needs any, to be honest. But yes, level 14, and we'll be there soon. We're about 25% away from level 14, which means one more level and we'll be actually able to run
test us.
a dungeon. And you know what? I'm really, really looking forward to that. So I'm really keen to see what the dungeons are like in this game. And the next quest we're going to get will give us some really nice pants there. We definitely want that.
We have lost so much.
It's my lucky day.
Getting lots of faction out of these. Oh, and we get to choose a ranged weapon. Air wand, water wand, life wand. What do we want? Air or life? Intelligence, wisdom and endurance. Yeah, I think we'll take that one.
May the world still be here tomorrow.
Years to make. Until next
Just
time.
if you want your pants, just
Feel free to browse.
go around the building and there's the quest, give
A
up.
pleasure.
Oh. Ah. Gee, that wasn't far away. Handy. Easiest pants ever. Oh, look at the mist on the ground. Gosh, it looks great. Whoa. Use the altar to consult your guide. Huh? Alright, we'll use the altar. There we go. So it looks like Tallahassee and I had to do that separately. And return. Let's use our fly ability. Whee!
Yes.
Alright, and a nice new pair of legs. There we go.
Okay.
And it looks like our next quest is carefully designed, as you can see there, to take us further east along the road of Silverwood, ever heading towards Sanctum, which is no doubt where we're going to end up as we continue our journey through Talara. In the meantime, that's us. We've totally run out of time. It all goes too fast when we're playing Rift. So, Tallahassee, thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedule for joining us and helping protect me, the moronic squishy mage. Very much appreciate that. And thanks to you guys at home as well for watching. Certainly hope you enjoyed it. More importantly, hope you join us in the next episode as we adventure on our way towards Sanctum further east here on the minimap. As you can see, one level away basically from being able to run dungeons. Can't wait for that. Really looking forward to it. So I hope you join us then. Until then, this is Sambo, Seraphis, Tallahassee saying take care, see you later, and bye-bye.